somebody must have said something crazy because I got a text from the big fella the other day. He said, "Hey Roy, I need you to do me a favor." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Go out there and whoop Logan Paul." Logan
Oh,
Paul. I said, "Logan Paul with this pressure?" He said, "I think so, man. I think you need to go put them hands on. I think I need to see you come back one more time."
No.
I said, "Well, big fella, if you say that, you of all people, if you say that, I got
Yeah.
to think about that. Cause if Shaq say go whoop somebody, then that's my dog. It's hard for me to just
Yeah.
ignore that. You feel me? Because I know
get
what he.
him.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
So I gotta go look over
Yeah,
there and
Shaq.
see what Logan Paul talking about now. Cause if Shaq say go whoop his behind, then he must have said or did something that he needed behind whooping for. So
Right,
I gotta check that
right,
out.
Hold,
right.
hold on.
So Roy Jones Jr., former world boxing champion, wants to fight Logan Paul after a very, very bizarre and strange request from a former NBA world champion, Shaquille O'Neal. Guys, this is crazy. This is true. This is breaking news, man. Roy Jones Jr., former boxing champion, wants to fight Logan Paul in a comeback fight. And so the question I have is, what does Shaquille O'Neal, former NBA champion, have to do with any of this? I mean, Roy Jones is a former professional boxing champion. Logan Paul's in the WWE. And guys, Roy Jones is 57 years old. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on, man. There's so much crossover stuff that's happening when it comes to boxing, when it comes to the world of combat sports. And then you factor in Shaquille O'Neal. Like, I just talked about Roy Jones Jr.'s age. I mean, Roy Jones is, I mean, he's 57 years old, man. He's a boxing legend, and he wants to step back into the ring to fight Logan Paul because Shaquille O'Neal wants him to do that. I mean, the last time Roy Jones fought was Mike Tyson. Guys, this is real. This is real. This is telling you a lot about where combat sports is right now. You remember I talked to you about those lanes before? There used to be so many different lanes, and MMA and UFC would be in one lane, boxers would be in one, WWE would be in one, all other athletes in another, entertainers in another. No, they're all on the same lane now, guys. Let's chat about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Duality 7X. I'm your host, Shiraz. Guys, this goes beyond the headlines, okay? This goes beyond the headlines, and this is breaking information, guys. I mean, look, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Roy Jones Jr. He's a former world champion, guys. He accomplished so much that a lot of people couldn't even accomplish. He was so smooth, so savvy. His technical in-ring IQ was next level. But I mean, look, he just called out Logan Paul. I don't know if this is the right move or not. I mean, he's 57 years old. The last time he fought was against Mike Tyson. But guys, this is more about influence, leverage, and this is how celebrity power is now shaping the future of boxing. I'm going to say combat sports because guys, celebrity power is leverage, and that's Logan Paul. That's a Paul brothers. All right? Trust me, guys, this story isn't what you think at all. Just remember, the key catalyst in all this is former NBA champion Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, Shaquille's got a big, he must have an invested interest in this. So I want to break this down for you guys. This is absolutely unreal. So if you guys know anything about Roy Jones Jr., Roy Jones Jr. is probably one of the greatest boxers of all time. He's a multiple weight world champion. He's a generational talent. He did things, he accomplished so much in his career. He's achieved so many accolades, but now at the age of 57, it seems like he hasn't fully walked away. It seems like that, you know how those fighters keep getting haunted by that one more fight, one more fight. In 2023, he fought Anthony Petitez. He fought Anthony back in 2023 at 54. So I mean, and then prior to that, he fought Mike Tyson. So, like, I mean, on the other side, you've got Logan Paul. Like, Logan Paul's not a traditional boxer. I mean, yeah, Logan Paul's fought, I mean, he's fought Floyd Money Mayweather, but I mean, he's not a beginner anymore. Like, I mean, Logan Paul is an athlete. I mean, yeah, If you want to frame him as the YouTuber, well, good luck. I mean, he's more than just a YouTuber, all right? I mean, he took on KSI. He had a draw and a loss against him. He took on Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. I just talked about. He went all the way in an exhibition fight with him. He went the distance, and then he won by disqualification in 2023 against Dylan Dennis. And I mean, outside boxing, guys, I mean, this guy's a full-blown, full-time WWE wrestler. He's a full-blown entertainer, guys. And being a wrestler is not easy. He's on the road probably 280 to 300 plus days a year. It's not easy to maintain his body size and mass, his weight, the dieting, and everything that goes into being a WWE wrestler, WWE superstar. It's not easy. Excuse me. Now, where I find this all really interesting is Roy Jones Jr. He didn't just randomly pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I want you, Logan Paul." All of this started with Shaquille O'Neal. All right. Now, according to Roy, Shaquille O'Neal literally texted him and said, so this is Shaquille O'Neal. He's texting Roy Jones Jr. and he's saying, go out there and whip Logan Paul. Like out of the blue. Like this, this is so random. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Let me just clear that. This is just crazy. Blows my mind. I mean, you're talking about one of the biggest sports personalities in the world, in Shaquille O'Neal, who's doing color commentary now for the NBA, and he's urging on a 57-year-old former boxing champion, now turned YouTuber, Roy Jones Jr., to go fight an active WWE superstar, Logan Paul. And what's crazy about all of this? Roy Jones Jr. is actually considering it, guys. This is absolutely insane. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but look, at face value, to me, this sounds it has a bit of a circus feel to it, okay? It's got that whole circus fight kind of connotation. But you know, when you put the lens on and you start to zoom out, you start to see the business side of things, where it kind of gets a little bit serious, right? You have to understand, if Roy Jones seriously wants this, and if Logan Paul agrees to this, well, there's already a 26-year age gap difference between the two. There's a huge difference in boxing IQ, and I mean, both of these guys had completely different career paths, guys, okay? But at the end of the day, age matters, and it's a huge factor. But none of that is actually stopping this conversation. And I want you to shelf age for a second. I want to get back to age here, but I'll tell you why none of this is really phasing Roy Jones. Like, I mean, none of the impediments, so to speak, because in today's fight game, guys, creating hype, creating attention, I've always talked about this, guys. If you watch my videos, when you create enough attention and hype, that's leverage in the fight game, and that leverage equates to currency. Okay, so look, don't even talk about skill versus skill. All right, if you want to talk about career versus career, Roy Jones Jr. wins out flat. I mean, Logan Paul will tell you that. Okay, we're talking about audience now versus legacy. We're talking about influence versus resume. We're talking about entertainment versus competition. We're talking about all, like, okay, you got to give it to Roy Jones Jr. He's got the cojones to wanting to combat and fight at the ripe age of 57 years old, okay? But Roy Jones Jr. brings a lot of credibility. But I don't know if this is like George Foreman at the age of 50 knocking out Michael Moore for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if that's like that. But then you got to factor in Shaq. You know, like, Shaq is the big factor in this, and now he's the major catalyst in all this. And look, this is what boxing looks like, man. You got all this cross-industry influence. You got all these viral moments on social media that are just like taking off. I mean, all these matchmaking things that people want, legends being pulled from the comforts of their couch back into the ring and into the gym to start training for another fight. and for a big payday. At the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, this is all about money. It's all about money. Roy Jones sees an opportunity here. He's 57 years old. He feels like he's still got it. Now, I don't know if he still has the timing, the footwork. Have you seen legendary Roy Jones Jr. in his previous fights? Have you seen that? Like, this guy is a maniac, man. This guy used to, like, I mean, who actually benefits from this fight? I mean, is it Logan Paul, or is it, I mean, is it adding another legend to his resume? I mean, this is Roy Jones Jr. This guy used to drill 3-point shots right from the baseline. This guy was an athlete, an all around athlete. He was just as great as a basketball star, as a boxer. And now to step back into the relevance of influencer era, to take on probably one of the biggest sports entertainers of all time in Logan Paul. Wow. That's a lot to take in, guys, to the point where I can't even speak anymore. No doubt about it, Roy Jones Jr. is an incredible athlete. But there was a lot of years where he didn't do anything. And he came in there a little bit raw, a little bit rusty against Mike Tyson. But I mean, look, the fact of the matter is this, all right? You want to talk about business? Logan Paul doesn't need to fight for belts, okay? He's actually doing what he's doing in the WWE in efforts to one day become a world champion there. Logan Paul doesn't need rankings. He's got money. He's got a lot of money. He kind of operates out of the system. If you know anything about Logan Paul does what Logan Paul wants to do. That gives him something that a lot of fighters don't have. That's called being able to maintain the narrative, being able to negotiate your leverage, right? Roy Jones Jr., I mean, technically on the other hand, I mean, Roy Jones Jr., I mean, look, he has his legacy. But legacy alone doesn't sell in 2026. It doesn't, guys. So Roy Jones Jr. is going to have to tap into the Roy Jones Jr. of the past. And if he's able to get his footwork down and his stamina, and I mean, he could be dangerous. He's still got that shot, man. See, Roy Jones has legitimacy. He's got visibility, right? He's got that experience. And because of his name and what he's been able to accomplish throughout his career, promoters are going to listen to him, right? They get that viral event that casual fans are actually going to pay for. I mean, this is going to create a lot of money for Roy Jones Jr. and for Logan Paul. If they can actually secure this fight, it's going to, I mean, the implications are going to be big, hands down. If this fight happens, mark my words, guys, if this fight happens, it's going to set a dangerous precedent. Okay? And I say that respectfully because I have a lot of respect for Logan Paul. I've got a lot of respect for his brother. I've got a lot of respect for Roy Jones Jr. But, I mean, when you're trying to talk about a guy who's way past his prime, and look, this is how influencers will chase legacy names. And I mean, look, matchmaking becomes a lot less about rankings, and it's now more about the reach, right? And it's about, well, what can I get in the shortest, quickest time possible? This is going to be a great payday for Roy Jones Jr. if this fight actually comes to fruition, right? But let me tell you about the shift in all this, because Logan Paul, I'll tell you right now, he doesn't need to chase legends anymore. He's accomplished what he's had to accomplish. He's done what he's had to do. He's chasing right now WWE world title. And now if he has to fight outside of that, he could fight for more money, but does he really need it? So then why? Why is all this happening? What does this actually mean, right? Because if you're thinking this is just about Roy Jones Jr. versus Logan Paul, there's more to the story. There's always more to the story. You've got an old school boxer meeting one of the greatest influencers right now, sports entertainers in this era, head on. It's all about the ducats, guys. It's all about the Masari. It's all about the money. Whether you like it, whether you don't, whether you like Roy Jones or you like Logan Paul or you just don't, I mean, it doesn't matter. If this happens, this happens. But at the end of the day, the casino always wins. The influencer side of the game will always win. That's what I call house money, is the influencer side. Influencer side is always house money. So Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for Roy Jones Jr. I mean, this guy, man, this guy is such an all-around athlete. It's not even funny. I mean, this guy made Pensacola, Florida, his hometown, very proud. I mean, for everything that he's accomplished throughout his career, the accolades he's received over time. But I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to take a step back and you got to really assess the situation. Logan Paul is a young, very, very energetic man, and this could be very dangerous for Roy Jones because this one, it would be tough to call. Um, if you could go the distance with Floyd Mayweather, what's going to happen against Roy Jones Jr.? All I know is if this story starts to gain traction, it is going to divide the world like you've never seen before. There's going to be people coming out of the woodworks, either expressing their concern or encouraging the fighters to try to make this happen. So super excited about what's going to happen. At the end of the day, the only thing I'm really concerned about is fighter safety and health. I don't want Roy Jones to risk his health by getting back into the ring at this age and fighting a young prime Logan Paul. Logan Paul can box, okay? He may not be elite status. I mean, I say that respectfully. Like, I mean, right now his focus is being a WWE superstar, okay? But he can box and he can take a shot. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to know your thoughts and your comments. Before I get there, please smash a like and subscribe. Hit the notifications so you guys never miss a beat. Hit the thanks button at the bottom there. Check out our store. We've got some amazing apparel there. Some great tees and coffee mugs. But yeah, check it out, guys. And if you have any thoughts and comments, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear. YouTube also thinks that either of these videos are going to be a great video to watch right after this one. Watch both if you can. But I really want to hear what you guys have to say. Is this dangerous territory for Roy Jones, or do you think this could be good for boxing and good for entertainment? I mean, for the entertainment value, definitely it's there. But anyways, guys, as usual, the pleasure was all mine. I want to thank you guys again for sticking around. I look forward to catching you guys in tomorrow's video.